Jerry and Draymond? Another status on those guys?
I expect them all to play, but they'll go warm up and see how they're feeling.
Provided everybody plays same starters?
Yeah.
Last night, tried different groups to close. What are you looking for out of your closing group? Are you still looking for a consistent closing group, or is it okay game-by-game situationally right now?
Last night it was offense, defense. We were just going back and forth, trying to protect the lead, and obviously didn't do a great job of that. We were fortunate to escape, but you always want one group to really establish itself. But if it doesn't happen that way, we've got a lot of options, and we'll figure it out.
A lot of ball screen actions for J.K. last night. What are you seeing from him as a pick-and-roll ball handler?
I mean, getting J.K. downhill with the ball is always a good option. He's explosive. He did a really good job kind of carrying that group late in the third quarter, and it's something we've been doing now for the last couple of years, and we'll continue with it.
Yeah, what kind of comfort are you seeing with him, reading the floor, attacking, kicking in those situations?
Well, I think that's his most comfortable spot on the floor, is with the ball in his hands at the top of the key, with everything in front of him, attacking, using his force, his athleticism, and so he's doing a great job with that.
Obviously back here in San Antonio, Pop not on the sideline tonight. Just what has the last couple weeks been like, just knowing what he's going through, and just how, what kind of reflection have you done on your relationship and just friendship with him? Yeah, I mean, he means the world to me, and it's obviously tough to know and that he's going through this medical situation, and think about him all the time, and we've been in touch, and we'll just keep communicating, and I know he's going to be well. He's going to get well, and the doctors are feeling great about all of that. So very happy about that. But it's always tough to see someone you love who's not healthy.
What did you learn about Mitch Johnson with your time with him on Team USA?
Mitch is really smart, great teammate, in the coach's room. He was a big part of all of our conversations, pre and post practice. He's really good coach, good guy. I know Pop loves him, feels very strongly what a good coach he is, and that's what I saw in Las Vegas.
You have a better defense for Victor this time than the last time you saw him?
I'm sorry?
You have a better defense for Victor this time?
Yeah, he was something in Paris that last game, so we know we got our hands full. He's been hot lately, and it's not a lot of coverages to create for a guy like that.
You had so much to appreciate in that game, whether it was Steph, LeBron, whatever. Did you find yourself kind of marveling at the next guy to that night?
I was just thankful that I wasn't going to have to coach in the Olympics again after that night. So that was the main feeling I had.
Is there any part of his game from that game or the beginning of this season that you've noticed different from his rookie campaign? Maybe makes him a little tougher to guard now, or is he, just progressive?
I mean, just the natural progression of strength and confidence. I haven't watched him closely enough to really tell you. I could probably give you a better answer after tonight's game. But just watching some tape today, preparing for tonight, he looks really confident, and he should be. He's pretty damn good.
You had Harrison Barnes as a very young player. He's a kind of a grizzled vet now. But what did he mean to those early teams that he was on for you guys?
I love Harrison, one of my all-time favorite players, just incredibly professional, was such an instrumental part of our run. When this thing got started, he was right in the middle of it, and just a wonderful human being and a hell of a player. He kind of unlocked a lot of lineups for us just by being able to guard, across the board, switch and guard guards, but also had the strength to guard big guys down low, and so I always love seeing Harrison. Since back in the day when we were together, we've kept in touch, and looking forward to seeing him tonight.
You had Chris Paul for 1 year last year. Do you see him as sort of like a perfect fit for this team over here that just needs somebody to teach him how to win.
Yeah, I mean, pick and roll with Chris and Wembanyama is pretty tough to handle. And Chris was a joy to coach last year, just the ultimate professional. His preparation on a daily basis, his leadership, it was all so obvious to see. You know, when you coach someone like that, you sort of realize, okay, this is why he's been so good. This is why he's had the career he's had. So I felt that way with Chris last year. Felt that way in the Olympics this summer with all those guys. It's really fun to see guys up close and see them for what they are, and that's how I felt about Chris. Thanks.
What happened in the last 14 minutes? That's just fatigue combined with Wembanyama.
Well, number one, the Spurs were great. You know, they were so good in that fourth quarter defensively, flying around. I thought the way that the third quarter ended was a killer. We had a 15-point lead and the ball with 35 seconds. So we're going to get a 2-for-1 and, you know, hopefully go up 17 going into the fourth. And we get a turnover, and then they score 5 in a row. So a 10-point game going into the fourth. That was a key moment, momentum-wise, and I thought they earned it. You know, the Spurs did with finishing the quarter like they did, and then dominating the fourth. They were fantastic.
How impactful was Victor's defense and rim protection?
Yeah, he was amazing, blocking shots and you know, thwarting others, just being a presence in the paint. You know, it was an impressive performance by him and by the whole team defensively.
I mean, this was the third game in 4 nights, tough travel. Did you sense some fatigue?
We ran out of gas that fourth quarter, but, you know, this is part of the NBA, and we have to learn how to execute, you know, under pressure when we're tired. And we didn't do that tonight, but we'll get better.
JK, late scratch. How's he doing? Is anything? I
I think he's fine. He just felt sick right before the game.
And then what can you take away from a game like this and, you know, these 2 days, just how frenetic everything was?
Just keep on keeping on. You know, you just you move forward. It's been a great start to the season. Disappointing loss because we had control of the game mid-third, and it felt like we were about to break it open, and but we didn't. And so you learn from it. You give the other guys credit because they're the main reason we lost. I mean, they like I said, the Spurs were fantastic, and they earned it. And, you know, we've got to just bounce back. We'll fly home tonight and hopefully get a little rest and back at it on Monday.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Appreciate it, Steve. Where did you most feel their defense in the second half, particularly in the fourth quarter?
They were just the aggressors, you know, the second half, especially the fourth quarter. I think they just played harder than us.
Yeah. Victor Wembanyama, what kind of impact did he have with his rim protection and his defensive leg?
Huge impact. You know, he's tall, long, has good defensive instincts. But all of them were just playing hard, you know, especially defensively. You know.
Steve has talked about, you know, throughout the course of the season, offensive execution and just improving on that. Where do you feel like you guys are with offensive execution right now, and where is your room to improve?
Not all the way there yet. You know, I feel like we're still figuring some stuff out. You know, today would have been, you know, a perfect example, you know, especially down the stretch, just executing, getting what we want, you know, when we want it. But they made it hard on us.
3 games in 4 days, feeling some fatigue there late in the game, team-wise?
Yeah, I'm sure everyone is, you know, if not mentally, physically, you know, if not physically, mentally, you know, one or the other, you know, but that's the NBA, that's basketball. You know, we just got to prioritize our rest and, you know, take care of our bodies, and we'll be all right.
Yeah. What are you able to take away from a loss like this that you can, you know, apply moving forward?
When you're up, you know, we just got to keep trying to push the lead. You know, I feel we had a nice little cushion there, but we took our foot off the gas.
Appreciate it, Wiggs. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. So, Trace, what do you feel like changed in that second half, the last 14, 15 minutes?
They were hitting shots. I feel like in our pick and roll coverage, they were getting downhill, and then that was leading to overhelps and then spray out, kick out threes. So,
what challenges come with guarding Victor?
I mean, he's all 7'3", 7'4". You got coach was talking before the game. You have to get up under him, and he had some tough ones. But at the same time, just making it tough for him. trying to be physical with him without fouling. But yeah, he's a tough guard and he played well.
Yeah, 9 of 21 for the most part. You guys were able to, I mean, you got to the paint a little bit more in the second half, but for the most part, keep him away from the basket. Was that the game plan? Was that what you were trying to do?
Yeah, just keep him away from the basket, make everything tough when he catches it in the post. He's going to score some. Obviously, he's a really good player, but just making every contest or shot with a contest. So.
Yeah, for 3 games and 4 nights, you head back home for a little bit. How are you ready to get back home?
Yeah, we get a off day tomorrow, but then it's right back to work, and so this is the first week that we haven't won, but we got to get back to winning each week, and so next week's coming, we got to be ready.
Appreciate it, Trace. Thank you.